Hey guys, welcome to the Killing the Tea podcast. This is Gare,
And Kate.
and we are going to be discussing all things chills, thrills, and kills. Kate and I are going to be talking about our favorite books, TV shows, and movies that are in the thriller or crime fiction genre, as well as some reading habits and other items related to how we met on Bookstagram that will fit in with this podcast. So, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope that you have fun and get totally terrified. Dying to know your other two
My
picks.
other ones. So, one that I am excited for, and I actually have an arc of, I think Tyler just stomped up the stairs, but I thought he was already up here. Yeah, he did. I just got really paranoid. I
Could you
thought he was in
imagine?
his office and I heard like something on the stairs and I was like, this is
So you got an
this is
arc of
this
it?
is good. Yes. So this is yes. So one of the books I'm excited. Good God.
I love you so much.
This is so special tonight.
So you got a
Whew.
physical arc of it?
No. So I have a digital or I have like a she sent me like why can't I explain this? I got a file that you send to your Kindle. So it wasn't necessarily like through
Like it.
NetGalley, but the author reached out to me, is what I'm trying to say. So the author
Oh.
reached out when she saw my podcast last or this past year
Hmm.
and sent me everything. And her book looks so good. And so actually, she's going to be on Between the Lines in March. But her book is called We're All Lying by Marie Still. The cover is amazing. You will
The
love the
cover's
cover.
gorgeous.
Yes. So someone is hunting Cass. Cass lives an enviable life, a successful career, two great kids, and a handsome husband. Then an email from her husband's mistress, Emma, brings the facade of perfection crumbling around her, setting off a chain of events where buried secrets come back to haunt her. Another email turns into stalking and escalates into much worse. Ethan and Cass try to move on, then Emma disappears. No longer considered a victim, Cass finds herself the prime suspect and center of the investigation. Her dark secrets, including ones she didn't even know existed, threaten to destroy everything they've worked for. Sounds so fun. I just
Almost
haven't
made
read
my
it yet, but
list.
I'm really excited.
If you would have
Oh, it
told me,
did.
if you would have said, or well, I guess I suggested five, but like if you would have been,
Mm-hmm.
if I would have been like, do you want to do five? And you were like, I want to do six. That would have been my
Yeah.
sixth one. That's
Wow.
on my
That's the one I
list.
figured we wouldn't necessarily, only because she just reached out to me last year. So I was like, maybe who knows if he'll know that one.
I
So that's
even
exciting.
I have it on NetGalley,
Nice.
and just to prove to you that this was on my radar before just now,
Uh-huh.
it's on my list of like the 25 thrillers that I wrote about for She Reads and
Oh,
sent
that's
to
so
them like a month
exciting.
ago. So like I
That's
sent that to them a
amazing.
month ago saying like this is one of the books that I really can't wait to read. So
Oh, I
that's
love that.
fucking nuts.
That is crazy. So we kind of had four
Yeah.
in that we were
Yeah.
both thinking about
Yeah.
that one. I'm
One of
really
mine
excited.
is one of mine's very niche, so like I didn't expect you but to have it. But
Mhm.
my other one is definitely one that I think if it's not on your radar already, it will be after I read the synopsis.
Yeah,
But
I'm
that one
excited.
sounds so good.
I know.
So
She's
good.
really funny on Instagram too. Marie Still Writes is her account.
I'm gonna follow her right now.
Yeah. And she like posts about like kind of what she's working on too.
Because I'm obsessed with the cover too.
I love that cover so much.
Oh, I do follow her.
Oh, nice. That's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, she's super nice. I'm very excited for this book. Like
Yeah, me too.
almost at an embarrassing amount of excitement. Um, yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be really good. Do you want me
I
to
think
put
so
your
too.
name next to it and we can read it together?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, especially since we both have it already, even.
I'm gonna send you what I have for NetGalley.
Yeah.
after this, and then I'm going to send you what I have for. I've got one. All right. This is the one. If you are not interested in this book,
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pull it
then
up and save it.
I will be so surprised if you're not interested in this. This is one that I'm dying to read, and it's another one that I have saved for the week of Christmas that I'm off from work, so I can
I
just
love
have all
it.
the time to stay up and read it.
That sounds so
Um,
cozy and perfect.
oh my God. I love a
You drink hot
staycation.
chocolate.
I love,
Oh, never mind. Whew.
oh, I
Whew.
hate hot chocolate. I will drink coffee like it's my job.
Okay.
I drink iced coffee year round.
Me too. I typically don't drink it warm.
If I make coffee at home, like I don't mind warm coffee or hot coffee, I
Yeah.
guess. But
Hmm.
that's the only thing that I will drink. I do not like hot chocolate. I do not like warm beverages. I will
At all.
probably no, no, no. It's
Interesting.
very strange to me. Um, it reminds me of just I don't know. I'll tell you later.
Okay. That works. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so there's a book. there's a
There's a
book.
book.
There's a book coming out that I am very excited about. And it comes out on, let me show you here. I think January 17th. Okay. It is called What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall.
Ooh, that sounds great.
And I'm just going to read the full synopsis because, like, the way that
Yeah,
her publisher did this, like,
I
I'm going to
love
read
that.
this verbatim because it just sounds so freaking amazing. There's so many
I love
elements to it. Just be ready for your mind to be blown.
that. Ooh.
They were 11 when they sent a killer to prison and they were heroes, but they were liars. Naomi Shaw used to believe in magic. 22 years ago, she and two of her best friends, Cassidy and Olivia, spent the summer roaming the woods, imagining a world of ceremony and wonder. They called it the Goddess Game. The summer ended suddenly when Naomi was attacked. Miraculously, she survived her 17 stab wounds and lived to identify the man who had hurt her. The girl's testimony put away a serial killer wanted for murdering 6 women, and they were heroes. They were also liars. For decades, the friends have kept a secret worth killing for, but now Olivia wants to tell, and Naomi sets out to find out what really happened in the woods, no matter how dangerous the truth turns out to be.
Mm. That sounds amazing. And the cover is beautiful. I
The
love these
cover's
covers.
gorgeous,
That is beautiful.
but the fact that they were in the woods because they wanted to be witches and like
Hmm.
had this thing called the Goddess Game, it's just giving me like Craft
Yes.
vibes, like the movie The Craft.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'm also very curious, like, I don't know. I read a book recently that I was very excited about a
Hmm.
group of friends who accidentally killed a man, but he turned out to be a serial killer, so they like didn't feel as like guilty.
Hmm.
Um, or I guess that was like the thing that was like supposed to turn the plot into something different, but it just didn't hit
Right.
the spot for me, and I didn't really love it as much as I wanted to. So I feel
Hmm.
like this is like a redemption. You know what I mean? Like this is something that like
Yes.
could be what I want, what I was expecting in that.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm just really excited for it.
It looks really good. It looks amazing. I requested that one too. So I need to email them too.
Yeah,
Looks like I requested it. I didn't remember it necessarily, but I did request it. So we'll see. But that
I
sounds so
hope you get
good.
it. I hope you get it.
Yeah. I will send out emails tomorrow. I promise.
I'll help you.
Thank you. I'm down.
Um,
We need
here,
to read a bunch of arcs clearly for 2023.
this is,
Oh, I love that.
I love the cover. It's so, so pretty. Oh, here's another thing. Here's another selling point for you. Alice Feeney is blurbed on the cover saying it's clever and deliciously dark.
Oh, well, that definitely sells me on it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
you
you
know.
already did, but
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's definitely one that we will want to read together too.
yeah, I think so too. I think another one that we might want to read together, actually. Okay. Another one that we might want to read together is The Survivor by Charlie Donnelly, which
Oh
comes
my
out on March
God,
28th.
yes. Yep.
Another beautiful cover. There's so many great covers in 2023.
Oh my God, I love the cover. I love the
Yeah.
cover.
So this one is a very long synopsis.
Read it. Just, I mean,
Okay.
it's Charlie. But I also want to say
Good
this is
point.
actually very exciting because I
Hmm.
have no idea what this book is about.
Yeah.
I saw that he had a new one coming out. I don't know
Uh-huh.
what it's about, and I added it to my wish list because it's Charlie
Right.
and like I love him. So this is
Yes.
actually like very cool because you're gonna be the one to tell me first what the book's actually about. Wet
Yeah.
your whistle.
Get ready for this couple paragraphs. Okay. The Survivor. Alex Armstrong has changed everything about herself: her name, her appearance, her backstory. She's no longer the terrified teenager a rapt audience saw on television emerging in handcuffs from the quiet suburban home the night her family was massacred. That girl, Alexandra Quinlan, was accused of the killings, fought to clear her name, and later took the stand during her highly publicized defamation lawsuit that captured the attention of the nation. It's been 10 years since, and Alex hasn't stopped searching for answers about the night her family was killed, even as she continues to hide her real identity from true crime fanatics and grasping reporters still desperate to locate her. As a legal investigator, she works tirelessly to secure justice for others too. People like Matthew Claymore, who's under suspicion, and the disappearance of his girlfriend, a student journalist named Laura McAllister. I am frozen again. Laura was about to break a major story about rape and cover ups on her college campus. Alex believes Matthew is innocent and unearths stunning revelations about the university's faculty, fraternity members, and powerful parents willing to do anything to protect their children. Most shocking of all, as Alex digs into Laura's disappearance, she realizes there are unexpected connections to the murder of her own family. For as different as the crimes may seem, they each hinge on the sinister truth: no one is quite who they seem to be. That one has a lot going on.
But they're all plot points and things that I'm like super into as
Yes,
a thriller. Like if you
I
have dark
agree.
academia and
Yeah. And
like
like a publicized
campus.
trial, it has like Amanda Knox vibes a little bit. Like the like, did the girl do it? And the media is obsessed with it. I love
I'm
it.
excited. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be really good.
That was gonna be so good.
I can't wait. Yeah,
I
we'll read
know.
that together.
I'm like just ready for it to be 2023.
So there are some books that I don't get a physical arc of, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie is one of those authors that like if I don't get a physical arc of this book, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna wait until it's published so I can go buy a physical copy because like there's no
Yeah,
way. Like I'm just so excited for it.
I know. Oh, maybe it's on NetGalley as another title. Interestingly, because there's a book on here called Those Empty Eyes with the same hair, and it says the same publication date from him. So I wonder if they just,
Oh,
I'll send it to you. I wonder if they changed it.
that would be very interesting.
I'm gonna request it. I wonder if not many people have.
Um, so I actually found on Amazon um a Charlie Dunley book called
Mm-hmm.
Those Empty Eyes on Amazon.
Oh wow. Okay.
So t- maybe it's titled differently
Yeah.
in another country.
Yeah. What am I looking at? Who knows? I'm gonna go
Because
to
The
his off.
Survivors is on my wish list. So I know that's the
Yeah,
title.
me too. And I don't see another version on his author profile. That's weird. It's such a similar cover that like it has to be. I kind of like those empty eyes better,
I do too. So
especially if it's like circling around like media attention and stuff.
yeah. And I'm also wondering now which one it's going to be published as.
I know because it has the same publication date too. Oh yeah, it
Um,
has the same synopsis here as well. Well,
that's
hopefully I
very
wake up
interesting.
tomorrow morning and it says my request was approved.
That would be amazing.
It would be so
That would
great.
be amazing. Well, I guess we'll find out what it's actually called.
I know someday. Probably by the time we publish this, we'll know. So I'll pop it up on the
Um,
screen or something.
I will say the copy that I had on my wish list was Survivor.
Me too.
And now that I just looked at it, it says Those Empty Eyes. So I think Those Empty Eyes is probably the new title.
Oh, well, I like that title better.
Me
So
too. So good for him.
good.
And good for us
So, so
for
you
getting
know
what we
what?
want.
Everybody just needs to read the Charlie Donnelly book that comes out in March. We think it's going to be called Those Empty Eyes.
Yeah.
But
uh,
just read the Charlie Donnelly one in March.
that his book, The Girl Who Was Taken.
I loved that one. I was just scrolling his list and I'm like, all of these were so good.
Oh my God, I just thought of the book I told you not to read while Tyler was gone because you're going to
Ooh.
cry.
It came back. Oh, because I'm gonna cry. That's what it was.
The Last Winter of Dani Lansing.
Yes, that's what you said. You said I would get too depressed.
So good, so good, so depressing.
Yeah.
So good, so depressing. Where is it?
Oh,
I know I have it
I
here
only handle
because I
so
saw it the
much.
other day. You'll love it. You know what I really appreciate about the book, and this is not a spoiler.
Uh-huh.
The thing that I really appreciate about this book is that usually when there's something where parents are mourning a child, um, the mother is the one that's depressed and feeling sorry for herself, and the
Hmm.
father's the one that's like hell-bent on revenge. And in this book they actually reverse those roles. Like the mother's the one that's out on the streets trying to find out who killed their daughter,
Hmm.
and the father is the one who's like at home and thinks that the ghost of his dead daughter is visiting him. But look how gorgeous that cover is.
I'm obsessed with that. It's
I
beautiful.
am so obsessed.
It's like haunting,
It is so well. Wait till you get into the story.
right?
You're gonna be so pissed, but you're also gonna be like, that was. I bet you'll tell me this is one of the best books you've ever read.
Oh, but I need to be ready to cry again.
I don't even think it's necessarily like there are certain things in a book
Hmm.
where the reveal is sad instead of twisted. Do you know what I mean? Like there's three books I can think of right now. This one, the ending to the
Hmm.
book Ohio by Stephen Markley, and the ending
Yeah.
to The Long and Far Away Gone by Lou Burney, where they
Hmm.
just had things that like I was like, I don't know if I wanted to know the truth because it was a
Mm.
lot more sad than me not knowing.
No,
So
that's
it's kind of like, I think if you're like prepared to be
okay.
sad or you don't mind being sad, you'll be like, wow, that was really like depressing and fucked up, but like also beautiful. But
Hmm.
like if you're looking for like, oh my God, like what could wild, twisty revelation happen? And you're just like, oh no, it was just something that's like, it's kind of like Karen Slaughter-esque. Like you find out the real true ugliness and how
Oh yeah.
shitty people can be, you
Yeah.
know?
That was like all good people here.
Yeah,
I would
these
say
are
it's similar.
sadder.
But yeah, you said they're more intense.
Yeah,
Mm,
you'll love it.
yeah. I just can't read it when I'm PMSing or I'll fall apart. So that's all I have to make sure I don't do.
Yeah, yeah. I have one more on my list.
Go for it.
and it has a long synopsis. So I'm glad you read through the Charlie
You
Donnelly
know,
one.
it was
This
like
is
a lot, but I feel like they did need to explain all of that.
yeah. So this is one I'm very interested in. Um, this Bret Easton Ellis is an author that I've wanted to read more by because
Hmm.
his books have little Easter eggs where they're kind of connected. Um, and I love the movie American Psycho, and I love the movie The Rules of Attraction.
Hmm.
So what I've come to find out is he has a whopper. And I mean, like, I think this book is close to 700 pages coming out in
Whoa,
January. And it's
whoa.
called The Shards
The Shards.
by Bret Easton Ellis. Um, it is described as a masterful new novel that is a story about the end of innocence and the passage from adolescence into adulthood set in a vibrantly fictionalized Los Angeles in 1981 as a serial killer begins targeting teenagers throughout the city. So it says that 17-year-old Brett, so that's very meta, like it's Bret Easton Ellis and the main character's name is Brett.
Right.
So
Also, this
uh
is a huge synopsis. Like, good for you.
yeah. Brett is a senior at the exclusive Buckley Prep School when a new student arrives with a mysterious past. Robert Mallory is bright, handsome, charismatic, and shielding a secret from Brett and his friends, even as he becomes part of their tightly knit circle. Brett's obsession with Mallory is equaled by his increasingly unsettling preoccupation with the Trawler, a serial killer on the loose who seems to be drawing ever closer to Brett and his friends, taunting them, and Brett in particular, with grotesque threats and horrific, sharp local acts of violence. The coincidences are uncanny, but they also filtered through the imagination of a teenager whose gifts for constructing narrative from filaments of his own life are about to make him one of the most explosive literary sensations of his generation. Can he trust his friends or his own mind to make sense of the danger they appear to be in? Thwarted by the world and his own innate desires, by unhealthy fixations, he spirals into paranoia and isolation as the relationship between the trawler and Robert Mallory hurtles toward a collision. So it sounds like maybe this could be drawn from something in his real life.
I mean, it seems like it, right?
Maybe the serial killer part is just, I don't know.
Is
What
like
serial killer was active in
exaggerated.
1981 in Los Angeles? The Nightcrawler?
I don't know my real life serial killers very well.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It sounds very good.
Yeah, it does. That sounds really, I mean, and good for him for writing that many pages, man.
I just can't wait to read it because I feel like the thing with American Psycho is I've heard that it's um
608 pages.
oh,
It's better than 800.
yeah, I thought it was 7, so that's fine. Um but
Whoa.
I okay,
They have so many
so
different covers for it. They have a Kindle edition, a hardcover edition.
there are
Which one are you looking at? Are you looking at a red one or a green one?
a red one. I want to see the green one though.
I know, I'm gonna send it to you. It's way sexier.
Yeah, the red one kind of creeps me out. The red one also makes me think that it maybe the serial killer is based on, I said the night crawler, but it's actually the night
Hmm.
stalker who was
Hmm.
Richard Ramirez, and it looks like he was an active serial killer um in California between 1984 and 85.
There
So
you
I was
go.
close.
You were.
But um but wow. Yeah, this sounds incredible.
It
I don't
does.
um yeah, I don't see the green cover. Oh, oh my.
Okay, so
That
I
looks
was like,
so
okay.
good.
I was like, I will screenshot it if you need me to.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
That's beautiful. You're like, I would like that
I need to
version.
find that version. Probably Book
Apparently,
Depository.
it says it's the hardcover version.
Yeah, on Amazon it says the hardcover version is the red
Oh,
one,
okay. Well,
but
who
I'm wondering
knows?
if it's like international
That's a
because
good
that's what I'll
point.
be ordering. But January 17th, that one comes out.
Yeah, that comes out soon.
So that sounds incredible. I have it on NetGalley. I'm gonna want a physical copy. Um,
Yeah.
I just really have heard amazing things about his writing.
There's also a Swedish cover, so I was sending that to you. Sounds like his writing is right up our alley.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think the only one that I haven't. Oh, that cover is beautiful too. If
Mm-hmm.
only,
I love seeing how many different
yeah,
ways
if
they
only,
tried to
if only
portray it.
I yeah, I get like I mean, I guess his books are all disturbing, but they're disturbing on different elements. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, some of them are about like drugs and like people who are just like messed up and selfish and stuff like that. But I've heard American Psycho is like the one that's like the most like thriller, but this sounds like it's gonna be like a return to that sort of thriller genre.
That's awesome.
So I'm very excited for it.
Now I have a big book to read in January.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be so good. I can't believe that we had 3 out of 5 in common.
I know. And you almost had we're all lying. We're all lying. You almost had that one.
So I had We're All Lying on my list in my five,
Mm-hmm.
and I took it off to include the Shards because of the fact that I've been looking forward to this book
Yeah.
for months and months and months. And like,
Yeah.
I think I found out about the Shards probably July or August.
Oh wow.
It's been on my wish
Yeah.
list for a long time
You're
because
really,
I was
yeah.
like
You're
perusing and
ready.
I was like, I'm ready and I want to read it. So I kind of did that because I was like, I wanted something. I wanted my list to be like kind of all over the place because you know how like we do this and I'm like, my 5 books are all like serial killers or psychological
Right,
thrillers, and
right.
like yours are like a nice equal mix and like a good balance. That's what I kind of
Mm-hmm.
wanted for my thrillers, like domestic suspense, Peter
Mm-hmm.
Swanson, who's, always perfect. And I thought
Always.
the Bret
And
Easton
Mary
Ellis
Kay.
one, Mary
It's
Kay, our girl Mary Kay. So yeah, 2023 is going to be
gonna be
bomb.com.
great.